Yo, what's good, guys? It's Austin here, or Luna. Hope you guys are having a good day slash good night so far. Uh, Today's story time, definitely an insane one, definitely a crazy one. I hope you guys enjoy it. Definitely none like this one on the channel, so yeah. Today's story time all takes place when I was 19 years old, so about 4 years ago. I was living in LA. I was living like in the middle of Hollywood, so I saw a lot of crazy shit. Like, I would wake up and like leave my apartment, and pretty much every day I would see some wild shit. Like, one time I walked out of my apartment and I saw somebody who was missing an arm fighting somebody who was missing a leg. I'm not fucking kidding. Like, in the middle of Hollywood. And it wasn't some like street performer shit either. Like, it was two people that actually had beef and were fighting. And one of them was in a wheelchair with no leg, and the other one had no arm. And in my opinion, that's a very unfair fight because one of them was literally in a wheelchair and didn't have the ability to like move around quickly. So, unfair fight, man. Fucked up. But yeah, that gives you a little bit of insight on some of the things I would see in Hollywood on a day-to-day basis. So, today's story time's kind of about one of those things. So today's story time all starts off as a normal day. 19-year-old Luna wakes up. I'm in bed. I'm on my phone. It was a nice day in LA. I had my window open. It was sunny out like most days there. And I was just enjoying the fresh air, enjoying, waking up slowly, right? And about 30 minutes later, I get up out of bed, I take a shower, and I start making a video. Now, it took me about 2.5, almost 3 hours to get my video finished that day, but I ended up finishing it, I uploaded it, and then I headed out of my apartment and started walking around Hollywood to try and find some food because I was hungry and I hadn't had breakfast yet, right? Now, I heard about this really awesome local spot about a mile away from my apartment from one of my friends, and I was like, you know what? It's a nice day out. I'm hungry. I also need to get some exercise. I'm going to walk to this really nice place like a mile down the road. So I started walking there. I get about halfway there, and my phone is telling me to take a right turn and start heading down this really long road. And I see that there's an alleyway that kind of cuts some of the time off the walk, right? But it's not on my route on my phone. Like, it's just a shortcut that I found. And it looked like a little bit of a dangerous alleyway. Like, even though it was midday, it was kind of sketchy looking. I didn't really want to go down it. But I was like, you know what? It's a fucking alleyway. Like, you only see dangerous shit happening in those in the movies. Like, no big deal. I'm just gonna walk down it. Nothing's gonna happen, right? Totally wrong. If you see a sketchy, dark alleyway, don't go down it because some bad shit could very well happen. You never know. But yeah, my dumbass starts venturing down this dark alley in hopes to, cut a few seconds off my walk to this restaurant. So yeah, I start walking down it, and about halfway down the alley, I hear someone yell behind me. And they say, "Hey." And I turn around, and there's this guy, and he's just standing in the middle of the alleyway with a black hoodie on, hood up, black pants, like sweatsuit on, just covering up his whole body and his face pretty much. And like I said, it's LA, it's sunny, it's hot outside. Like, this dude did not have to be wearing all that. So yeah, I look at him, and I was like, "What's up?" And he goes, "Come here real quick." I was like, why? And he goes, "'Cause I gotta talk to you." So I decide to hesitantly approach this dude, and he's like, "You got everything?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "You got everything?" And I was like, what do you mean?" He goes, "Do you got the shit?" And I was like, "No." And I immediately realized he must have thought that I was there to like sell him some shit. So I just asked him, I was like, "Wait, I think you're confusing me for somebody else." And he's like, "Nah, man, you're fucking with me. Like, come on, show me." And I was like, "Show you what?" He's like, "Come on, you fucking know." I was like, "Dude, I'm so confused right now." And he proceeds to put his hand in his pocket and pull out a fucking knife. He doesn't open it or anything, but he pulls out like what is obviously a knife before it flips out. And he's like, "Seriously, bro, show me." And I'm like, "Okay, dude, look." And I literally pull my pockets out from my pants. My phone falls out. My wallet falls out. And like everything in my pants falls out except whatever he's looking for. And he goes, "Turn around." I was like, "What?" He's like, "Turn around." And I turn around, and he literally pats me down, bro. Like a cop. He pats me down, and he goes, "Shit, my bad, dude." And he puts the fucking knife away, and he's like, "I thought you were somebody else. You match the description of someone I'm supposed to meet here, like, perfectly." And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, man, like, I'm supposed to meet some dude here." Said he had curly hair, skinny guy. I've never seen him before. You matched the description. I thought you were him. My bad, bro. I was like, "Okay, all good." He's like, "Please don't tell anybody about this." I was like, "I won't." And he goes, "Bet." And this next thing I did was a little bit stupid, I won't lie. But I was like, "Hey, man, I just have to ask, and I won't tell anybody. Like, what were you going to buy? Like, what's this dude selling?" He's like, "What do you think?" I was like, probably like weed or something. And he goes, man, where the fuck are you from? It's legal in California. I was like, shit, you're right. I don't know, something illegal? He's like, yeah, no shit, I'm trying to get perks. And I was like, damn, okay. And I did not think he'd be honest with me like that. He just told me straight up. And I was like, all right, man, well, good luck with finding that shit. Have a good one. And I turn around, I grab my stuff off the ground, and I start walking away. And he goes, yeah, man, you too. You're lucky you're not the guy, because I was going to rob him for real. And I turn around, I was like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, the dude I'm meeting here, I'm not paying for those shits. I'm taking them. I was like, all right, well, good luck. And I turn around, I just awkwardly walk away, right? And for some reason, this dude lets me pick my stuff up and walk away. Like, he didn't take my wallet, didn't take my phone, didn't rob me, but told me he's going to rob the guy that looks like me who he's supposed to meet there. And here's the crazy part. So I walk out of the alleyway, right? And I take a left and I start walking down towards the restaurant. And I can see the restaurant, right? Like, I'm getting real close. And I see this guy coming towards me from that restaurant. And he's got the same kind of look as me. Curly hair, skinny dude. And I just had to ask. I was like, yo, man, real fast. Are you going to meet someone in that alley back there? And I point to it. And he goes, what? And he looks real scared, right? Like I'm a fucking cop or something. I was like, I'm not like a cop. I'm not like going to get you in trouble. But like, if you're going back there to meet someone to sell them some shit, don't. Someone's waiting there, like waiting to rob you. Literally almost just robbed me. Like, don't go down that alleyway. Don't meet who you're supposed to meet. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about right now, then good. Don't go down there anyway. And then he goes, how'd you know I was going to go down there? I was like, dude, I just walked down that same alleyway. This dude comes out of nowhere, tries to rob me, thinks that I'm you. And then after he finds out I'm not you, he lets me go and lets me keep my shit and tells me he's going to rob you. So don't go down there if you're him. And if you're not him, don't go down there anyway. That guy's sketchy. And he goes, bro, I don't know who you are, but you just saved me from getting set up. I appreciate you. And he slaps me up and he gives me a hug. And that confirmed that this guy was the guy. Like, he was the dude originally supposed to be going down that alleyway and doing whatever they had to do. And he would literally get robbed. And apparently I saved him. So yeah, he thanks me again. And I'm like, yeah, man, no problem. And yeah, we go our separate ways. I go to the restaurant, I eat my food, and I have a normal rest of my day. Nothing else too weird happened. But I just can't believe how lucky I got. I got to keep my shit. I didn't get robbed by that creepy guy in the alleyway. And then I see the guy that the other guy that tried to rob me is going to actually rob, and I save him from getting robbed. It's like fucking Robception. But nah, man, moral of this story is don't travel down sketchy areas by yourself. It's that simple. Also, if somebody pulls a fucking weapon on you and you manage to get out of there safely, call the fucking cops. I don't know why I didn't. I don't know why I let that shit slide. Like, I guess back then I was just like in fear of being a snitch or something, but like, fuck that shit, dude. Like, if someone pulls a weapon on you and you get away safely, you fucking call the cops. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much the end of the story time. Everything was okay. I was safe. The guy who was going to get robbed is safe. And the guy doing the robbing, I don't know what he ended up going and doing, but that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the story time. I thought it was a pretty crazy one. If you did, please leave a like on the video. I'd really appreciate it. Feel free to leave your story times in the comments down below. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you guys out later. Peace.
Lately, these changes don't faze me the same as it used to be. 100,000, man, this shit's not new to me. Fuck a bands, I just try to stay true to me.